Hey, welcome back to the Chammy, the only channel on YouTube where you can get a professional tarot card reading from a haunted house in a creepy graveyard from a haunted chick like me with really cute dogs. They are on the couch. Hopefully one will come by and want to cuddle, waddle, duddle. If you just found us and we are not live, go ahead and skip to the end for the free collective message. I always try to do a free collective message for anyone and everyone who maybe comes by, gets a reading, doesn't get a reading, maybe finds us when we are not live here at the haunted house in the creepy graveyard. So the specials today are $5 tACOBOX. You can get the $6 upgrade, which includes an extra question with a channeled message from a loved one, a spirit, or any being really. We can try that. Something you'd like to try. Don't have the spirit box. That's later for tonight at the slumber party. I'm going to call Molly and see how she's doing. Maybe she'll want to do an Estes method. She did contact me last night after the spirit box said her name last night. So I do know there is a ghost that has a crush on Molly that sometimes we talk to. So maybe Molly will come by and do an Estes method tonight. She's feeling better. I know she's having some procedures right now. And hopefully when she gets better, she's actually going to come and see me. And we'll do our traditional ghost hunt to the graveyard and back. I'm going to start doing a ghost tour. If anybody wants to pay for a membership for that, you can. I'm also going to be doing and offering a weekly membership, kind of monthly membership thing for people who want to get their readings weekly or every single day. You just pay the typical price for whatever reading you want, and you would pay up front for that month or that week that you want. There'll be different tiers. That should be available on Monday. So let's see, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. So I don't know that I'll be live next Thursday. I don't even know if I'll be online much over the next week, though I'm going to try to. It will be the 10-year anniversary of my mother passing away. I don't know, maybe we'll do spirit box stuff and she'll come through or something. Anyways, welcome to Coffee Talk and Tarot. I'm going to put some things in chat. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, if you're here or there or wherever you are. So rules are pretty simple. I must have frozen. So rules are pretty simple here. No refunds, no e-checks, no solicitation. Please don't make it weirder than it already is. Okay. Pretty much the only rule is just speak groovy or leave man. PayPal, Cash App, Venmo only. Saturday. So I'm not sure if any of you are paying attention to the news, but it's quite saucy. And I think it's just very interesting what's happening on the planet right now. If any of you want to say anything about that, just go ahead and say it in the chat or leave a comment. I think the most worrying headline for me, though, is seeing some people say that Russia is turning into North Korea. That's a little bit spooky. Meanwhile, music news, Jack White played South Korea. And I hear that millions of troops from North Korea have been sent to the front line of Russia, to Ukraine, whatever. So we'll have to see how that all pans out. I think that's pretty interesting. They're not really talking about this kind of stuff on the news. Also, Florida, Georgia, the Carolinas, North Carolina, and South Carolina. I hear that there is a shortage of blood. So please donate blood. Please. If you live in those states, please, please, please donate blood. I live in Georgia. So what happens is when states become into it, if they come into a situation where anybody might need medical care, surgery, especially elective surgery, all that shit has to get canceled, rescheduled, because it's all based around blood. So please donate your blood. If you don't know where to donate your blood, Google it. Try to find blood drives. Maybe host a blood drive. Maybe we'll host a blood drive one day. Not really sure why the news isn't talking about this on front papers and on the front of papers and on the news. I just don't understand it. It's pretty strange to me. So the special today is free yes, no, maybe so, sometimes why, kind of free questions. It's only $1 per minute to get a reading from me. $6 tACOBOX, 4 questions, and you get to ask for a channeled message if you request it. You want something like that. You could also just get it for the 4 questions. $5 tACOBOX is 3 questions. You get 5+ cards. And the 11/11 love reading, you will get 11 cards, 11 minutes for $11.11. So please remember, each tarot card reading is set up to pay me per minute. It shouldn't take more than 5 minutes to do a reading for you when it comes to the $6 or even the $5 tACOBOX. So you shouldn't spend too much time here. If I know everybody's time is very valuable, so I'm just letting you guys know that, who maybe are new to the channel. If you are new to the channel, this is not just your ordinary tarot channel. This is actually not a tarot channel. Okay, this is a channel about my life, my music in general. There's videos about my dogs, my life, my music, my ghost hunting, and I do the tarot because it's fun, and I like to help people, and helping people helps me. So I feel like I've got some pretty fair prices for readings, and I don't plan on raising the prices, so you guys don't have to worry about that, unless you want to get the membership where you are paying to get a service that's private, just between you and I. Your videos are private and on the membership side of things. And or you want something private through email. Also, remember, I do the private reading. So gypsyqueencardreader@gmail.com is my email address. You just have to email me and I will get back to you within 12 to 24 hours. I should put this in the chat too.
Yes, I'm shocked by as far as scope, and quite frankly, I mean, what the administration pulled off. This is, I heard the other day, this is the largest prisoner swap since 1985 when I was 4 years old. So it was certainly a historic day. And I think Jake Sullivan said on Thursday it was a really, really good day. So it is a very challenging phenomenon to stop. I think there absolutely needs to be a focus, and a focus by people much smarter than I, on how we're going to impose consequences on these hostage-taking countries. Obviously, once an American gets
Hey, sorry, friends. I guess nobody's come through, but I guess that's okay. I had to step away from this to go have a little mini meltdown. Finally, some good news. Finally. Hey, Kersha, how are you, dear? Welcome to the Chammy. Oh, you mean with your specific person? For a minute, I thought that you meant that maybe the live was buffering and that maybe the connection was skipping or not working properly. I get what you're saying, though. Happy weekend. It's nice to meet you. Thanks so much for coming by. I had to step away for a moment because I got some good news that was quite emotional for me. Oh no, it's okay. It's okay. And I didn't want to. I didn't want to cry on the live. Let me just make sure my cards are straight up here. My my friend was not brought home during the prisoner swap that happened Thursday in America. So that made me very sad. And then I just heard some good news about finally, getting some light in his case and some truth in the media about what's going on with him. So that's just such a blessing. But I didn't want to cry on the live. So I was gone for about 10 minutes. So you came in at the right time because I just came back. Spirit, what does Kersha need to know about the connection between her and the specific person that's on her mind that she's asking a question about? Spirit, what does Kersha need to know about this? Yes or no? Yes or no? So I do want to say that if you feel it's over right now, okay, maybe it is over. All right. But it doesn't have to be over. It doesn't have to be that difficult. Okay. Let's see what Spirit needs you to know. Okay. Let's see what Spirit says. Okay, so the card's upright. I only read cards that go upright. So Spirit's saying, yeah, maybe for right now, yes, the connection is cut off. But the only reason it's cut off, Spirit's saying, is you've got this Two of Swords, is because the way you're thinking about it. You're at a new crossroads in your life in that Two of Swords, and you've got to fill in the blanks now. So if reconnecting with this person is a part of that and feels natural, feels good, the person still makes you feel yummy, then I think there's very much a possibility that you could definitely reconnect. But Spirit's saying the only reason that the connection is cut off because of the way you're thinking about it. You're thinking that it's cut off already. So it's cut it off. But you guys, really, you're not separate. We're not separate. You're not separate from Spirit. It's like this. You're either in Barbados or you're not. You either have a connection with them or it's cut off. And sometimes people might feel like it's difficult to understand that. So I also will say, well, it's like this. You either believe in God or you don't. You either believe in the connection or you don't. So pay attention to what you're telling yourself about it, about them, about the love story or friend story or whatever. And maybe rewrite that one and start rethinking and refeeling what you want to be feeling instead of what you don't want to be feeling. All right. And keep me updated. I'm here for you. It's nice to meet you. And thank you so much for liking the live. I appreciate it. And subscribing, because you have to subscribe to chat. That's right. Yeah, just trust the process. That's the Ace of Swords, okay? It doesn't have to rain all the time. You are the star of your movie. So be the director. Give them their lines. I'm going to go get my tea. You too. Have a good evening. See you soon. Oh my God, Monica, come back! Crap, she left. I think she left. Sure. How are you today? Don't forget to like the live. Spirit, what does M need to know about Tobias? Did Tobias think about them today? Maybe. But you got the world card. They might be thinking that they're going to hear from you soon online or something. I think they might be waiting for you to reach out. Hey, Ari, how are you, sweetheart? Hey, Monica, welcome back. Welcome back, Ari, too. M, thanks so much for coming by the chat and liking the live and subscribing. I appreciate it. Keep me updated. So I did relapse into my smoking again. I had been looking for a friend who'd been missing for about a year. I finally found out that he was taken hostage in Moscow, Russia. So I immediately went and smoked. Now, I do have a quit smoking hypnosis by a woman named Susan. And when you said the whole trigger thing, like you got to do the hypnosis when you're having the trigger, really makes sense now. Thank you so much. I noticed that when I have the trigger, I absolutely need to do the hypnosis immediately. Just lay down or sit down and do the hypnosis. Put the CD on. I notice when I'm not able to do the hypnosis, if I have a trigger, I want to go smoke. But I noticed that if I do the hypnosis when I'm having the trigger, I'm fine. And then I noticed the thing that I have the trigger that made me want to smoke, it doesn't trigger me anymore. Or then I'll get another trigger. And it's actually, I've been writing down the triggers as they come and go. And then taking the moment to stop, do the hypnosis. I'm finding a lot of triggers. But it's not a bad thing. I can't complain. As I go through each trigger, it does get better. And I'm smoking less and less. I'm going to put this link in chat so that you guys can check it out. Because there's finally some truth in the media about my friend Travis. Finally.
You think you can beat me in spades? I don't think so.
Wow. Well, I have noticed definitely as I go down the list of triggers, I'm not finding myself wanting to smoke or desire to smoke when one of the triggers comes around. So that's been good. It's triggers that won't allow you to go back to smoking. Interesting. Have you ever thought of actually doing your own hypnosis CD and selling it on Amazon exclusively? I think you should. Susan sells hers for $10. And I did good for 7 months. I'm not going to beat myself up for it. I've done it before. I'll do it again. And next time it'll be easier. Yeah, but I think that this is also happening not only to help me quit smoking, but also to give you the idea that, Spirit's just, I'm like the little bird putting it in your ear about that hypnosis CD. Spirit, does Aria's future spouse have long hair naturally? Maybe. They don't know what they want to do with their hair today. In the Seven of Cups, they're thinking about all the different things they could do. I think they might be somebody that likes to change their hairstyle a lot, like me, maybe. Yeah, I see what you're saying, Monica. It's like I know when there are people who have done many tarot card readings with me, or even just one. If they don't come back, it's not because I haven't helped them, it's because I have helped them. And I like that kind of vibe where it's like you're not pushing it on somebody to make them really come back, which like is incredible. Hair length isn't really a circumstance. They could have no hair. They could have hair down to their knees. Um, what's important is how they make me feel about myself and their integrity for themselves, the way they care about themselves. Men matter to me, so their self-care overall is what makes me attracted to them, and their personalities and how they treat me, really. Um, if you want to see the kind of man that I'm attracted to, there are not many of them, but I'll go ahead and send you a pic anyways, because he was in a recent movie where he played Jesus. He was in prison for a very long time and for wrongfully detained for drug charges. But let me get you a picture of him. You might enjoy looking at his Pinterest. Let me see if I can find the Pinterest. Sorry, my browser froze up. Let's see if I can get this to work. Yeah, so this is Theo. And I used his likening on the cover of my book For the Love of Cyprus. You know, that's what boys look like where I come from in Cyprus. So, yes, you can ask a yes or no question, dear. He's 120% Greek. Yeah, his name is Theo Theodorakis. He's a Greek model and actor. Here, I'll put the types if you want to look at more pictures of him. Um, You're asking me what my dream guy is. There he is. That's what I am. I'm half Greek, half Italian. I do really want to give up the addiction for sure. I know. What I know. I wish we could send pictures in chat. I don't understand it. Yeah, I am. Does Taron, did I say the name right, really loves me? Like he had been cold for a couple months. Spirit, what does Monica need to know about that specific person of hers? Do they still love Monica? Yeah, they still love you. In fact, right now in their thoughts and feelings, especially their feelings because there's cups, they're thinking about all the wonderful things they could have with you. Nostalgic moments in that masquerade mask, um, the cup of love in the heart cup, growing a garden together and a home together in the castle. You got the diamond in the cup, marriage. You've got the crown, showing, the thought of you being, a queen to them. They look at you like that. And then you've got that beautiful snake. And I'm not sure if that's a pile of snow or a pile of salt, but the snake is a very wise creature and could represent, the passions and the naughty bits of their sexual desire and feelings it might be, or even their thoughts of love for you, their spiritual depth, like how deep could they go with that salt? Are you, do you feel they're worth their weight in salt too? In that Seven of Cups. Well, he might see. We'll see. Yeah. Then we've got the no contact thing. You're saying like almost like no contact. No, no, no. Don't say that. Acting very weird. Well, you might be feeling very weird about him subconsciously and just not realize it. Oh, good. He's spiritual. That's what I thought from seeing the snake and seeing the salt. Yeah, I would love to get a session for free. I was just going to ask you, how much do they cost? And how do you do them? Do you like do them through FaceTime? It's been a whole crying me a river of tears. It's been very stressful. Um, there's no way to communicate uh, with my friend from the strict penal colony they put him in. He's innocent. Um, there's no reason he should have not been brought home Thursday. I cry every day about it. But um, at least I'm not smoking as much as I was. All right, dear. No problem. Ooh, it's almost 7 o'clock. I wonder what time SummerSlam starts. I think it starts at 7, but that's probably just the pre-show. Well, I can do more free readings for you if you need. Do you have my email address? You can just email me. Oops. How do I think my life would be if I had kids? Just as wonderful. Kids are great, but I have not had them because I haven't found the right person to, I feel, do that with yet. And maybe even if I have, maybe that person just hasn't woken up to that yet. Okay, great. I've got Zoom. That would be so helpful. Oh my God. Yeah, my sister got pregnant at 17 and had to get married. So I was pretty shocked. Do I have WhatsApp? Um, no, I don't have WhatsApp. Just Zoom. Yeah, I have a sister and a brother. But they're a lot older than me. So if I'm 36 now, I was born in, let me see, my brother was born in 68. Let me look. My siblings are a lot older than me. Sad, I have to go to Facebook to see their birth years. Yeah, see, they're a lot older than me. I was born in the 80s and they were born in the 60s. So, all right. Thank you so much, Monica. I appreciate it. Thank you. Was my brother protective over me? Yeah, he started teaching me Aikido and how to use a butterfly knife at about 6 years old. He was a Shion, which is an Aikido master, but he retired from that, and now he is an oncology nurse. Oncology is like cancer, stuff like that. But yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
On the out of the phone. Are you doing what's listening?
Yeah, is it the pre-show? I'm gonna check and see if the pre-show's on now. Might just be the pre-show, might be another hour.
I don't want to watch this one.
Yeah, it is. Everything's fine now. My grandmother was married to a very strange man. And that strange man said some pretty terrible things before my grandmother divorced him, and she divorced him because of this reasoning. And it's like as if what he said just kind of carried on throughout the years. And it came to the point where it was like, look, I'm an adult now, and I was there to see it for myself, the truth. Let me just tell you the truth now that you're not going to punch me. So we were able to work it all out and put things behind us that were caused by people who weren't even like in our family or blood related. My grandmother was married to him for 2-3 years. They bought a house in Bel Air, Florida, and lived across the street from Michael Jackson and Elvis Presley's daughter. It's ridiculous. Are you hiding bananas on me? Hiding out the bananas on me. Keeping bananas from me?
Just two.
You monkey. You sneaky monkey. Cheeky monkey.
Yeah, we've done all they want. Maybe tomorrow we'll get some.
Yeah, but that's all I'm going to be able to afford is bananas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that will probably be all I will be able to afford is bananas.
Okay. What's a quarter?
Here, no, leave that there. Leave that there.
What?
Leave that there because I asked you to.
What time is the show?
You might want to just start off with you mean like something you can get from the supermarket or something from a bar?
That's what it means.
I'm just talking to a girl on the chat. I'm not going to tell you what I started drinking on. I was such a bad girl. Well, I was about 13 when I started having my first drinks. And growing up in an Italian family, they'll give you a little cup of wine anyways when you're a kid and think nothing of it, just like they'll give you an espresso and think nothing of it and then wonder what's wrong with their kid and why they won't go to bed at night. But so I'd have to say the first alcoholic drink I ever had was red wine, and it was called a Lambrusco. This is my go-to wine, is Lambrusco from Riunite, I think is what it's gonna, yeah, Lambrusco. Wait, that's. Then when I got old enough to understand that I was even drinking wine every once in a while on a holiday, I actually think the first time I ever had an alcoholic drink, I was 13. I just turned 13, and my brother brought home a bottle of Jägermeister. Now, what he didn't know is I'd already been doing shots with my buddies who I played in a band with behind my mom's back. So I was just drinking my brother under the table, and he was like, my kid sister and I are getting drunk. I can't believe this. But, you know, I mean, it was only one shot. I just did one shot with him. That's it. But there were it was like not, it was not like I went back out and did that ever again, and nobody ever bought me a bottle or anything. It's just my brother happened to have one, and I did want to try it, so he let me try it. He thought he was going to roast me, but instead it was just me roasting him. So I I guess, you know, when I would get together with friends or whatever, if I was going to drink something, it would just be that Lambrusco because it was just on the table as the table wine, you know. Never anything too much, though. Just like a little glass. Like, that's it. Red wine's good for you anyways. It should be legal everywhere. I'd have to say that if you are going to try something new, like I mean, my mom drank really lightweight wine, like Boone's Farm peach wine. I can't find it anywhere. I don't know if they make it anymore. At least they don't sell it in the grocery store here down the street. But there's also coolers that you can get at the market. Like sometimes you'll see those Down Home Punch Jack Daniel coolers, or like Mike's Cool Lemonades. But I don't like the Mike's Cool Lemonades. I like to stick with those Jack Daniel coolers. Sometimes they'll have the Down Home Punch, or they'll have the peach. Now, I got the peach last time, but I really want to get the Down Home Punch if I see it again. Alcohol in supermarkets is usually seasonal when it comes to like exotic beers and cocktails, or beers that are like made in small batches that are like artesian beers, like ciders. Like you'll see some beer, like if I was going to go to the store and buy a beer, it would probably be Angry Orchard's apple cider or Atlanta's Brewing Company apple cider, because they're lightweight. They're not, you know, and they're not like a full brisk beer. Like I'm not really a beer drinker at all, unless it's like a fine dark beer. I like dark beer, like Negro Modelo. That's my favorite dark beer. Hey, Mystic, how are you? Should you move on from Frankie? Spirit, what does Mystic need to know about moving on from Frankie? Yes or no? Thanks so much for liking the live. Don't forget to like the live, and I appreciate you subscribing. That's awesome. Spirit, what does Mystic need to know about? Yes or no? Should Mystic move on from Frankie? Should Mystic move on from Frankie? Spirit says yes. Give yourself some justice and move on from Frankie. Sorry, you can't see it very well. But there's also this High Priestess card also telling you, look, Spirit has your back. Whatever you want, you can have, be, and do whatever you want. You are the majestic ass queen of your reality, nobody else. So this is your love story. What do you want to write next? You can still have Frankie. There's still a reality where you have Frankie and everything that you want with Frankie. And anybody else, as well as anybody else you ever wanted to be with. So keep me updated, Mystic. I'm here for you. Let me know. Let me know what's going on. Keep me updated. Just gonna put the live on not on pause, but on mute for a minute. I gotta take a phone call real quick. I'm good, sweetheart. Thank you so much for asking. I was just I just did your reading for you in case you missed it. You might want to back up a little bit. And pretty good reading. Keep me updated. I just have the live on mute for a minute because I'm on the phone with somebody. Don't tell yourself that. Tell yourself you're his only option. What do you want to happen with this person? That is the only option for you. And you need to be choosing that instead of choosing his lots of options. Okay? Serious. Whether it's a wife, a girlfriend, a mother, a sister, a brother, a friend, a coworker. He loves, cherishes, and adores you and only has eyes for you. You don't have to focus on him at all. If something triggers you, turn your back on it. Turn your back on the version of him you don't like and start turning yourself on to the version of him that you do. Okay? Let's see how it works out in the next couple weeks. Because you involuntarily manifest the way that you breathe through your thoughts and feelings. It's just science. Okay? No hocus pocus or sugarcoating anything. Stay focused on beautiful thoughts and you'll see beautiful things, especially if you expect them instead of waiting around. I'll be right back. I got to use the little girl's room. I'm back. My friend's having a supernatural paranormal experience at her house in her attic. So I'm just kind of giving her a little bit of guidance on what to do in regards to her situation with the ghost in the attic at her place. Hey, welcome back to the Chammy.